Welcome to Girl Talk here on the CW57. We have an amazing show set up for you guys today. We're so excited to share with you. We have a brand new guest who's going to be joining us this season on Girl Talk from Ironstone Nest. It's this beautiful little shop in downtown Sun Prairie. They have a lot of vintage items. They really focus on repurposing, reusing, and then kind of finding the hidden beauty and some things that we might not have noticed before. So I'm really excited to have her join us today.
I think that she's going to have like a plethora of information for us, like from designing to do it yourself to where to find things, and I'm really excited to pick her brain about that.
Oh, definitely.
And Lauren, you're living in Sun Prairie, isn't that right?
Yeah, so I was actually born and raised in Sun Prairie. I'm living downtown now, but Main Street, Sun Prairie, it's beautiful. That's kind of been like a heritage place of the town. It's really, old style buildings, beautiful place to go walking, and she's just right up on there. So
Very fitting then.
Yeah, I've seen some of her great vintage items through the window, and I've always been intrigued, and now I'm really excited to hear more from her.
She did bring in some of interesting items that we were all cooing over.
Yes, just beautiful.
So
beautiful.
When she comes back to visit, she'll get a little more specific about how-tos, and I think she said she would teach us the difference between vintage and antique and refurbishing versus restoring.
Yeah, which I'm like, aren't they one and the same? But apparently not. So it's pretty exciting.
She also offers some classes too, I believe, so you can learn a little bit more about these things. So I'm sure she'll share all that with us over the course of the season.
Right. Yeah, I think she, if you find something that you're interested in restoring or refurbishing, not sure what the difference is yet, but
we'll learn all about it though here, right?
Yeah,
we'll learn together with the viewers.
Bring it in right to her. Sure.
Well, what's we at today?
Blow Dry Style Lounge.
Oh my gosh, our favorite ladies.
Yeah.
So this is where I get my do done, which I just recently went in for.
So we can thank them for this.
Yes,
wonderful.
I was like, more blonde, more blonde. Let's go shorter.
So
Let's
summery,
go
I love
shorter.
it.
Thanks. Yeah, it's totally different for me. I've always had long hair, but it was like time to step it up. And they're so great. I mean, an all-encompassing salon. They do everything.
So I heard they just started doing a new focus on nails. Is that right?
I think that, that's what we're talking about today. They've brought in Ashley, who is a nail technician, and it sounds like she's got all the P's and Q's like ready for you. All of the new stuff, things that I didn't even know existed.
Right, definitely.
Nail art is actually her specialty, I believe.
Right.
Whether it's bling or specific designs that are meaningful maybe just to you.
Yeah, whether it's a theme, something like that.
Sure, yeah.
And I think, that's going to be really nice because I know I love getting my nails done, but sometimes I have that habit of staying in my comfort zone, doing like a French or a nice pink or something. But I mean, when you've got someone that has so many amazing ideas, I just think
she's so passionate about it.
Yeah. It's like, how can you not do something different, right?
Right.
And then we also have Seisha, who's going to be talking about some scrubs that I think that will get us ready for summer, kind of getting all of that winter skin off. I mean, I've been trying to go to the beach regularly, and I can tell, I mean, like, where you've had jeans on all winter.
Oh, definitely.
Or the sweaters, it's just like time to shed not only the layers, but the layers of skin.
Exactly.
As well.
Yeah. Oh gosh, the seasons of Wisconsin can definitely wreak some havoc on our skin. So she'll help us with that.
She will. Seisha does the facials over there too, and I've actually had a couple from her, and they are sensational.
Really? I haven't had.
Really?
I had this horrible facial experience a few years ago. I was living in Monterey, California, and this was my first time, and I went to this really kind of quaint shop, and it was on my birthday, and she tried to extract like a mole off my face. Like she thought it must not, like she didn't want it there anymore, but it wasn't going anywhere. No. So I just ended up with this really awful red spot that kind of like almost scarred for weeks. It was so...
And scarred
it was traumatic.
Yes,
very much so. So
well,
I'll have to give Seisha.
Yeah, have a new and better experience.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be wrapping up today with Conan Automotive. They're going to be giving us some tips and tricks, just how to stay on top of our, our car care. So we're looking forward to that. We've got Ironstone Nest, Blow Dry Style Lounge, and Conan Automotive all coming up next here on Girl Talk on the CW57.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. As you know, home decorating and repurposing is such a wonderful trend right now when it comes to home decor, and we have fallen in love with our next guest, Ironstone Nest. We have Laura joining us from Ironstone Nest. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good, and I really mean it. I have totally fallen in love with you and your business, and I got the opportunity to come out and see everything that you do firsthand. What an amazing place. So for viewers at home who have not experienced Ironstone Nest yet, just tell them a little bit about what you do.
So the Ironstone Nest is a home decor store with concentration on furniture refurbishing, farmhouse finds, found items, vintage items, repurposed items, reclaimed wood signs, anything that has to do with reducing, reusing, and repurposing.
And you do such an amazing job of taking these old pieces and making them fresh and feel new and putting life into them, and it just brings out such a great statement piece and a piece to talk about in your own home.
That's right.
It's just inspiring. It's
Thank
really
you.
exciting. Gets
Thank
you
you.
thinking of what you want to do in your own home.
That's right. It's important to reduce and reuse, and I love taking a piece that was unloved. I call myself a furniture foster. So you take a piece that's sort of like unwanted and unloved, and someone's tossed it to the curb. Maybe even sometimes curbside finds can be great, or garage sale finds for $5, and you can take it home, clean it up, maybe fix a drawer, give it a good sanding, give it a nice coat of paint, maybe restain the top, make it completely unique and perfect for your home, and then it just has a whole new personality.
Something I read on your website that I loved was from forgotten to unforgettable.
That's
right.
great.
I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, that is a good one. But that's true, yeah.
So it sounds like you have so many unique things going on, and you've brought so many wonderful things with us, to show us here today. Do you have a specialty, something that you really love to focus on at Ironstone Nest?
Well, what I really love to do is just that, get people to see things in a different way. So from junk to something beautiful. So whether that's even a piece of furniture or just a scrap piece of wood around your house that you can, sand and restain and maybe make a sign out of, to really finding in you, that it factor. So just sort of
The hidden beauty of something.
that's right,
definitely. You
and
really know how to
inside
bring that out.
inside of you as well.
Oh,
so
yeah.
taking the intimidation factor out of doing something
And bringing some
and believing
creativity.
in you. Yep, everybody has it. Everybody says, well, I'm not that creative. I can't paint. I can't.
That's how I
You
feel.
can. I feel that you can. Everybody just sort of needs that switch turned on, and I love being a catalyst for them.
So how do you help folks that are maybe interested in creating something unforgettable for themselves?
Yeah, well, we give absolute DIY advice. So if you just come in and you've got some questions, if you found something on the side of the road and you don't know what to do, you can just come in and we can help guide you. We also offer classes and workshops at our store, so you can feel free to either come in and just take a painting class where we learn some painting techniques, and then you can go home and do it on your own. We also have bring your own piece days where if you've found something, you can come in and I coach you through the whole process. I'm standing there right with you, sometimes standing right along with you or painting right along with you as you take your found piece from trash to treasure.
That's so great. And we can come in and get the creations that you've done as well.
Correct, yes.
And
We
that's
also have finished pieces in our store. So if that's really not your thing and you're just like, no, I don't want to get dirty, I don't want to paint, then you can come in and get a completed, finished piece of furniture from us as well.
I do love that you're trying to bring out this passion and this enthusiasm that you have for this work in other people, though. That's amazing.
That's right, yeah. I do really want people to believe in themselves and just do
Great.
something small and make a big difference.
Absolutely. And Laura is going to be joining us throughout the rest of the season. So we're very excited to learn more about what you do, get some tips and tricks of the trade, and see some of your finished products as well over the course of the season. But what do you plan on bringing to the table here at Girl Talk?
So some of the things that we've decided to do is talk about the difference between furniture refurbishing and furniture restoration, the difference between antiques and vintage, maybe some furniture repair, and some differences between some of the paints that are out there, because there's a lot on the market and it can be confusing for people.
Absolutely. Well, we look forward to it. Can't wait to learn more.
Thank you.
And I'm so excited to have you back.
We
Thanks
are
for
too.
joining us
You bet.
here on Girl Talk.
Absolutely.
And make sure that you stick around, because we are going to be right back after the break. We're talking to the Blow Dry Style Lounge after this, so stay tuned.
Hi, and welcome back to Girl Talk. We are here with some fabulous ladies from the Blow Dry Style Lounge. Now, this is where we get our hair done here at Girl Talk and our makeup sometimes, and pampered to the max. They are awesome there. This is Ashley. She is one of the nail technicians, and then we've got Seisha, who is an esthetician.
Yep.
I need to come in from you for like a good scrub and facial, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my gosh, they're just fantastic. So today we're going to talk about some nail designs and a new body scrub you guys got coming out.
Yeah.
So Ashley, first off, what kind of like new services are you offering at the Blow Dry Style Lounge?
Well, we are going to be offering more specialized nail art.
Okay.
So it's going to be more unique and personal to you as a client.
Okay.
Kind of really raising the bar as to what we're going to offer compared to any of the other salons and even Wisconsin.
Really?
Whether you want Star Wars on your nails or you want them completely blinged out to the nines, I mean, we're going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So I am completely new to this nail game. How do you even get Star Wars on your nails?
Well, you can use a couple different things. I'm certified in gel painting, and you can do it 3D with acrylic, or you can do it with acrylic paint, or...
Oh my gosh, so this is going to be really exciting. This is going to be really cool stuff.
A whole bunch of new tools.
Oh my gosh, how
Just
cool.
in time for Comic-Con.
Yeah, right.
So let's talk a little bit about what I've heard is the party nail. Now, I've actually had that done before, but I don't really know much about it. So
Sure. I guess there's a couple of different ways you could look at it. Party nail to me is like a full nail of Swarovski crystals. I'm all about the bling.
that's one way to blame.
But that could be just, one nail dedicated to a specific design, such as the Star Wars theme. I mean,
Can it be any nail, or it seems like it's typically been the third finger, the ring finger?
yeah, that's kind of like the standard, but it definitely can be, any nail. It doesn't matter. It's a party wherever it's at.
Yeah, you can pick whatever nail to party with.
Right.
Okay, so let's talk about the designs that you offer. I know we covered a little bit with like acrylic, and do you have gel, or what's the shellac? What kind of
Shellac
design?
is gel.
Okay.
It's just a specific brand of gel for
Okay.
a specific company.
Gotcha.
So we have Gelish and Morgan Taylor there.
Okay.
But I have like gel paint and acrylic paint, which allows you to do things like one-stroke flowers, which is a Russian trend.
Oh.
Gel painting and watercoloring, which is a Japanese trend. Or,
That sounds nice.
Or
Yeah.
the States trend of like the crystals and kind of the 3D bows and things like that. So
they really pop. They
Like one
really
of her
stand out.
bows. She's got some bows and stuff on her. She's
Yeah,
got
totally cute. And a ring.
Yeah.
Which is
yeah,
awesome.
right.
And I can vouch for just the gel, let alone the design, but the gel, if you want to set it and forget it, if you're going on vacation,
Yeah.
the gel is the way to go. It's
Especially with your toenails too. Like
Yeah.
it just lasts forever.
yeah. Anyway, we should move on though and have Seisha included.
It's all
in a
about the
little bit.
nails, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So you're in charge of doing scrubs and facials and things like that. You have a new scrub?
Yeah, actually, I brought it with me today. Our owners really wanted to come up with more specialty and customized, therapies. And we're so big that I wanted to kind of, utilize our facilities. So now I created what's called a wet room. And in that wet room now we have showers that, we can use. So I wanted to do sugar scrubs and salt scrubs because my whole background comes from holistic health. So, when the owner came up with something like the sugar scrub, I'm like, we need to do a wet room. We need to have people come in, relax, and create that wellness treatment so that all year long you can still have, that feeling. And with their sugar scrub, it's nice because it's like cookies. And
It does say
sugar cookie scrub. So, these are just some of the new things that we are starting to kind of offer, because we talked last time, like with the body wraps and stuff like that. So we're doing a lot more, and we're trying to add a lot more to the Style Lounge.
So how can this help with the summer and our summer skin, and how can it help us?
Well, a lot of times we don't drink enough water, and so our skin is a reflection of that. And what is nice about something like this is that you can use this all over your body, just not your face, because it is a little bit, the granules would, it's not the same skin on your body. So you want to feel fresh, you want to look fresh, this actually hydrates the skin. So when you're taking off that dead skin, now that fresh, renewed skin is coming up underneath, and it glows, because it's shiny, it's brand new, it's like a baby. So this is something that we want people to kind of promote out. You can use it on your hands, so you get those dishwasher hands or the gardening hands. I mean, I know our owner did talk about that. So this is just a nice product that you can actually use to, you know, kind of dissolve that dead skin and still look great and smell good.
Great, especially for that beach body.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, go check out the ladies at Blow Dry Style Lounge. Like I said, they are an all-encompassing salon that will help you out with any needs that you have. Stay tuned also for more Girl Talk. We've got Conan Automotive coming up with all of your car care needs. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. As promised, we are going to talk to you a little bit about oil changes. We'll get some basics from the masters over here at Conan Automotive. And joining me is Joe himself. And how are you doing today?
Great.
So, we got to pick your brain as usual about some car things that we've got questions about.
Sure.
So what I want to know today is kind of give us some basics about oil changes. Everybody needs them.
Right.
So walk us through just some real basic things about what you're doing when we come in and get an oil change.
Well, it's pretty basic. What we do is obviously we just get the vehicle in the air, and we do a lot of basics up above as far as checking all the lights. We go through a simple, write down a list here as far as what we should check and so on, just to make sure everything is safe on your vehicle. We check as far as the suspension goes, we check the rear shocks, the front struts. We make sure there's no oil leaks, make sure the exhaust is intact and where it should be. Just check out the basic integrity of the underneath the vehicle, along with like the rust condition that happens in Wisconsin.
Okay.
We take a look at the tires, tell you the condition of the tires, just basically tell you the condition of the integrity of the whole vehicle. So
there's a lot more to an oil change than just the oil change.
yeah, it's not just simple as just pulling the plug and changing the filter. No,
Right.
You got to check things out. A lot of people make mistakes by, it's fun to do your own oil change at home, but there's things that you just can't check when you're rolling underneath your vehicle in your garage on a Saturday afternoon.
Well, being able to get underneath the car like this, for one, has to be beneficial. I would have no idea what I'd be looking for, but being able to be under here and get the full picture. And talk to me a little bit, you mentioned that you look for rust. So how common is that being in Wisconsin after a long winter?
Well, the biggest thing is not so much the rust of the body panels, but like the rust of the brake lines.
Okay.
Especially the brake lines, because there's not an indicator on your dash saying my brake lines are rusty and they're about to blow.
Right.
So when we look at the brake lines like on this vehicle, they're hidden up underneath here, but we look at those, and if there's bad spots, we'll let the customer know. It's like, okay, you got to keep an eye on this.
Right.
And it's getting to be more and more common now because people are driving their cars, 100, 200,000 miles,
Right.
and it's
good
starting
thing,
to catch up. Right.
But yeah, absolutely, those are some of those safety things that we might not know to look for.
Right.
And we might not know to ask those questions whether or not our shop is checking for those things. So
Exactly.
awesome. Okay. Well, good pointers. Kind of walk me through just the process of an oil change. I really don't know what you do.
Well, now that the vehicle's up in the air, so half of it's actually done. We do a lot of checks when the vehicle's down. We check all the fluid conditions levels, top off the washer fluid, check all the lights, check the wipers, just basically check all the things that need to be looked at that you'd probably overlook. When the technician starts, he'll start by draining the oil, taking the filter out. We'll basically note the condition of the oil too, because a lot of times if you got like a leak as far as coolant leak into the engine, the antifreeze would come out first. So it's good to note the condition of the oil. If it's really sludgy, maybe advise the customer that they have to get their oil changed more frequently other than what they're doing now.
Yeah.
We look at like the condition of the hoses, especially like the radiator hoses going to the radiator, make sure that they're in good shape, not leaking.
Okay.
Just the biggest thing, like I like to stress, is doing maintenance versus repairs. Because let's say if we did this oil change and just kind of blew through it, and the customer takes it and they're on their way to work, or they're coming back from the grocery store on a Sunday night and the radiator hose fails, or something else happens that we should have seen when we did the oil change, well, that's the important thing. So I mean, yeah, an oil change, if you're paying like a $20 oil change, that's what you're getting.
Right.
But if you pay,
get what you pay for.
yeah, exactly. I mean, they're not looking at the things that need to be looked at.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, in our shop here, we're going to note everything, and sometimes we may be high, but we're not the one that's going to judge it. The customer's going to be judging what they want to fix on their vehicle.
Absolutely.
And if we didn't tell them what's going on, we're not doing a good job.
So you're going to make those recommendations
Right.
on all facets of the vehicle based on
Correct.
what you're seeing while you're doing the oil change.
Yeah.
And that's really what's, I think, important, because a lot of us, me, guilty, bring their vehicle in when they need an oil change or when their check engine light's on. And other than that, that's about it as far as when
Right.
you're going to get things looked
And,
at. So
and like with the 29-minute oil changes, like a lot of companies try to promote, you can't do a thorough job. You really can't. I mean, yeah, you're getting what you pay for, and you want it done fast. Well, the old saying, haste makes waste. Exactly.
absolutely.
I just soon take 45 minutes or an hour, check the vehicle out complete, and then let the customer know that, yeah, you're good to go, or yeah, you got to address these problems.
Absolutely.
And it just makes sense.
And that's always a good reminder when we're talking to you is, it's really about staying on top of it and getting ahead of those repairs, trying to get the longevity out of your vehicle rather than waiting until something is wrong
Right.
or something has gone terribly wrong. That's when the expense really goes up as well.
Oh yeah, it goes up a lot.
Yeah.
Double, triple, whatever. But it's nice to know, it's nice to know if you're going to have a problem versus, oh my God, I'm going to wake up to a problem.
Right,
So-
absolutely. And I got another question about oil changes while we're on the topic. So some of the newer vehicles, mine isn't really all that new. I've got over 100,000 miles on my car, but I do have the notification of when I need an oil change. So it actually tells me percentage
Right.
of time to oil change. So tell me a little bit about the difference there if you can, because it tells me I need an oil change long after the recommended mileage. What are your thoughts?
I really, and this is my personal experience, whatever, my years in the business, I would ignore it.
Really?
If a customer asked me that, I would ignore it. I would stick to your mileage versus that percentage.
Okay.
It's just, I like mileage.
Yeah.
I'm from the old school, and yeah, we do either 4,500, or if you run the full synthetic, go 6. But I don't really believe in that. But the manufacturers say, they spend a lot of time and money, and the dealerships may, say that, do this. But I think it's going to come back to haunt them.
Well,
I really
and I
do.
think the other element there too is if you're a procrastinator like myself, what happens is you wait until it tells you you need an oil change. You may already be really past the time that you needed an oil change, and then however many days or sometimes weeks then still goes by
Right.
and you're running out of that oil. So
Well, I mean, if for just quickly on that oil, if somebody can't, if you went out and bought a brand new vehicle today and you wanted to keep it for 150 or 200,000 miles, maybe that might be a lot to you, but I would suggest running a full synthetic oil right from the beginning. Change it every 6,000 miles. Don't worry about that indicator as far as percentage, and you'll get the life out of that engine. I mean, the products that they're building nowadays are superior to even what they built 5 years ago.
okay.
So
Great
just
point,
keep up the
Joe.
maintenance.
Well, thank you so much for walking
Thank
me
you.
through it. I greatly appreciate it. If you need some pointers, come on out to Stoughton and check out Conant Automotive. Joe's the master. Thanks to Joe, thanks to all our guests, and thank you for watching. Please join us next time.